Welcome back. This is Breezing Through, and I'm Emily. So today I'm going to talk to you about one of the things that I'm doing, some of the many little steps that I'm doing for the makeover of my son's room. So we have a Nugget, and we bought it back in, I believe I bought it in 2019. I didn't get it until 2020. This was back when they were doing limited drops, and you could hardly get them. And I ordered ours, and I was hoping to get it for my daughter's birthday, and we got it the week before they shut their factory down when COVID hit. So that was a miracle in and of itself. And it was before my daughter's birthday, so that was a huge big deal. We were super grateful for that. And we have loved it, absolutely loved it. I even ended up getting a second cover for it when I redid my son's nursery. And so now we have a green one and a pink one, cover-wise. One Nugget, two covers, which is nice because then I can wash them and I can always have a cover on them. It's just nice. And when I got the cover, pro tip, every now and then they do like a sale on covers. And so that's when I got ours. And it was like a discontinued color that they weren't going to do anymore. So it's kind of like a foresty green. I really like it. But that's how I got it, and I didn't have to pay full price for it. So what I decided to do was, when I was going through the process of like coming up with all of the ideas for my son's room, I was like, it'd be really nice to have some more pieces for the Nugget without getting a whole other Nugget. So when I went to Joann's before they closed down, I went to the foam section and I found some rounds and some squares. The squares were really thick, so I got 2 of those, and the rounds were thinner, so I got 4 of those and decided I was going to stack them so I would have 2 thick rounds and 2 thick, like, they're not squares, they're rectangles. And then I was going to make covers for them. So I was going back and forth on colors, what I wanted to do, if they were going to be the same colors or not. I did finally land on as close to the same colors as I possibly could to the covers I already have for the Nugget. And I decided I was going to make a green set and a pink set. That way I still had 2 covers for each one. I could change things up. I could have some pink, some green. So today I'm going to walk you through how I did that. It's a fairly simple sewing project. Maybe it's not beginner. I've been sewing on and off for more than 10 years now, and I'm not a pro by any means. I will not admit to be a pro. And I really only got stuff that I could get my hands on in Joann's as it was on clearance, as they were closing down. And so I did get matching thread. I did get matching zippers, but the green zippers are way smaller than I would have liked. So I did have to fudge some things there. Anyway, let me walk you through what I did, and then I'll show you what they look like at the end. Since I had bought enough fabric to do a set of covers for all 4 cushions in both colors, I decided that I needed to have patterns. When I sew, usually I just wing it. I don't usually use patterns because I'm not a professional. I'm not even pretending to be a professional. I'm not even pretending to be someone who does this on a regular basis, which is why I just wing it. Anyway, I decided to make patterns. The way I did this was I taped just regular printer paper together, and then I traced out what I would need using each foam piece. I did realize that I gave too much of a seam allowance, so I did have to go back in and cut these down a little bit after I made them the first time. The thing I think I learned was that instead of giving a seam allowance on the actual pattern, I needed to make the pattern as close to the actual piece as possible. And then when I was cutting it out, I could give the seam allowance there. So that's a lesson learned, and I will do that in the future when I am making another pattern. You will notice that I'm using a box and my level as a flat surface to draw lines with, because as I've discussed before, I can't draw a straight line to save my life. Once I had all the patterns cut out, I then decided to start cutting out fabric. So I started off with the green fabric and just laid my patterns down and started cutting them. I originally started doing this just with a pair of scissors, and I decided that my scissors were not sharp enough. So I actually went and got a cutting mat, which you can see here, along with a rotary cutter. This was a game changer. It made it go by so much faster. So because I was doing a whole cushion, I needed to have a top piece, a bottom piece, and side pieces. So for the round, I needed a top piece and a bottom piece, and then one solid side piece that I was going to sew all the way around. And then for the squares / rectangles, I needed a top, a bottom, and 4 sides. And then I got it started on the sewing part, which is honestly one of my favorite parts, especially when my sewing machine is actually working the way I need it to be working. I've had this sewing machine for 13 years now, and every now and then it needs a little bit of help. Usually it just needs to be cleaned out and needs some WD-40, and then I can get it back going the way I need it to. It's not a super expensive sewing machine. I think it was like $100 when I bought it 13 years ago, so it's probably more now, but it's very simple, very basic, and it gets the job done. I am using pins when I'm sewing here. I do need to get some of those clips because I keep breaking needles on my sewing machine, and it's 100% due to the pins that I'm using. So I need to do that someday. Eventually I'll do that. Once I got all of the green pieces sewn together, I then needed to adhere the two small rounds to each other. And I just used this craft adhesive to do that. And all I did was spray it onto one of the cushions, push them together, and then let them sit for about 30 minutes. And then they were fully dry. And my son even tried to pull them apart and they didn't come apart. So it clearly worked. I did think about putting batting around the outside of this to kind of keep it from looking like it was two pieces put together once I put the fabric on. But I didn't do that originally because of the zipper for the green cushions being a lot smaller than I wanted them to be ideally. And so I just didn't do that because I didn't have enough space. And they look perfectly fine. It doesn't look like it's two cushions. So I didn't worry about it when I started on the pink ones. So for the pink ones, I did the exact same thing as the green ones. I did figure out with the rotary blade and the cutting mat that I did not need to pin the fabric down because it just cut really smoothly and really quickly and nothing was shifting around. So that was really nice. Then I pinned the pieces together just like I did with the green ones. I always do the zippers very first before I do anything else. That way I know where I can place them and it's just easier that way for me. After I had the zippers sewn on, I then attached the rest of the pieces to each other and I got the cushion covers. Then it was time to start putting the foam pieces into the covers. I had already done the green ones. I just hadn't filmed that. Sorry, but I am doing the pink ones here. And it does take a little bit of work to get them in just because the fabric and the foam don't really work super well together when you're trying to slide the foam in. But once they're in there, they're staying put. Probably could have ironed or straightened out the seams a little bit, but don't care that much, so I'm not going to. And there we go. I have 4 new pieces to go with our nugget, and they were about $10 a piece. So there we go. So now I have 8 covers, only using 4 at a time. And I have decided that I'm going to do pink and green at the same time because I kind of like how that's mixed together. And I think I might be doing it with the nugget too. I think I might have each, like one piece in each color, if that makes sense. Like the triangles, I'll have a green and a pink triangle. And the folding pieces, one will be pink and one will be green. And I think that'll be fun in my son's room to kind of just tie everything together. So let me know what you think. I can definitely share the patterns for these if you are interested. And I'll just put them up as a download, so let me know. I will have all the links for everything on my blog. Thanks for watching, and as always, if you liked this video, be sure to like and subscribe so you can see more. See you next time.